What up, YouTube? This is GeoStealth R1, and this is another follow-up upgrade to the LCG 4x4 Platinum Edition. Anyway, this upgrade will be something that I've been wanting to get, and it's taken a little bit of time to get here, but now I have it, so I'm excited to utilize it. I ended up going out with a few of my bash buddies, and one of my bash buddies, who I initially went on a bash with him, and I'd like to say, what's up, Roger? He and another guy ended up going with Miguel, but I ended up seeing his slash, and he had a shroud for his slash 4x4. Then I noticed all the yuck that was in my slash 4x4, and I noticed when he cracked open his slash 4x4 and I was looking at his chassis, it was clean. So I was like, oh man, that sucks. So I've been waiting for this company to come out with a red one. So I ended up finally acquiring the Dusty Motors Trax Rally or Slash 4x4 lower center of gravity chassis shroud in red. It just came in the mail. I'm ecstatic to install this into my RC. Less cleaning for me, because I remember cleaning the gray chassis was horrible, because I took everything apart and started Q-tipping the whole thing. And then now that I got the black one, I'm not going to have to do that anymore, because before I ended up getting caked on mud, and with this, when I looked at Roger's chassis, there was nothing in there. So let me begin. Let me take off the chassis and go with the install. Alrighty, so as I remove the body off the RC, I mean, you'll notice I still have the Q-tip stuff out. You know, I end up with a lot of dirt, but I ended up throwing a new chassis on the LCG right now. So primarily what I'm trying to do is, first, here's all the Velcro that you have over there. Now, meticulously, you have to cut each and every part out, and I'll give you the measurements of what you would need to do. But I'm going to put the shroud on the side, and I'm just going to give you the point of cutting that you're going to do. You're going to be throwing Velcro over here from point to point, and you're going to throw Velcro from here to here, and the same thing on both sides. Now, just a quick tip: if you're doing one side and you measure one side, do not stick it on yet. It's going to be the same exact measurements on the other side, so just cut them exactly the same and you should be good to go. So I'm going to start cutting, and let's see how the Velcro goes in. Alrighty, so now I cut and measured each and every one of the sides that I needed. And also note that Dusty Motors does give you extra Velcro, just in case, you know, you have scenarios where the side bumpers break. So that's pretty cool of them to do that. So now I'm going to stick these on. Let me clean this off a little bit. There's a little bit of dirt over there, but let me clean this off a little bit. Stick them on and see how they look. Alrighty, so I ended up installing the Velcro right now. It goes primarily under, kind of like underneath the chassis, so if you are bottoming me out, it might scrape up the chassis, but I'm not too sure. I'm going to install it right now, but just make sure you line it up with corner to corner on the long parts, and then just cut yourself out some shorter ends. I mean, you could just measure it out by hand. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, if you're going to be bashing around this, just make sure. I mean, even if you mess up, you still have extra over there. But let me take out the shroud and start installing it. Just to give you a heads up, this is kind of like a different install than what you've seen me do on the E-Revo and the Summit. So let me install this and let's see how it comes out. Alrighty, so I just installed the shroud for my slash low center of gravity 4x4, and it came out really nice. It goes really well with the red theme that I have in there. That's primarily what it looks like underneath the chassis. The reason why I go with Dusty Motors is, one, for the protection, and two, because of the zipper that gives me better accessibility to all my components that are in the RC. Anyway, if you guys like this, they do have black and blue available at this point. Check them out at dustymotors.com. If you look at the description below, you should be able to get a 5% discount on these shrouds. Anyway, rate, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think about the shroud, and tell my fellas up in YouTube. Later.